The former President Olusegun Obasanjo and prominent religious leaders in the north, led by popular Islamic cleric Ahmed Gumi, have recommended special courts to try bandits and kidnappers promptly. Both Obasanjo and Gumi disclosed this in a communique jointly signed after a closed-door meeting at the Obasanjo Presidential Library in Abeokuta on Sunday. In the 21-point communique, both men urged the federal government to take the issue of insecurity up within the economic community of West African states, ECOWAS. They also recommended that whistleblowers against insecurity must be protected and rewarded. Joining us now to discuss this is Adewale Ajadi, a lawyer and public affairs analyst. He joins us via Skype from London. Thank you, Mr. Ajadi, for joining us on News Now. You must have heard about the jailbreak incident in Imo State in the early hours of today, and there are also cases of kidnapping, which is still rampant in the northern part of the country. Now, what do you make of the recommendations by Ahmed Gumi and former President Obasanjo on how to resolve the security challenges?
Good afternoon. I think the starters, they're addressing the symptoms of a deeper problem. You know, Nigeria has nearly doubled its prison population since 2000. And at least about 70-something% of those are people under remand. So we have a structural problem. The country, our cousins in Ghana have 29% of people in remand who are waiting trial. We have 70-something%. That is a real serious problem. So the entire justice system needs a kind of structural overhaul, whereby these delays in getting to adjudication and decision making is not just creating special courts, but is actually dealing with the root cause. Like the fact that judges still write longhand, that we don't use technology to improve the speed of our trials, that people delay and delay the justice system using the law. All of these things, this is where the NBA should be part of the process, the judges should be part of the process, and it should not be something that just a few people sit down in some presidential library to tell us what to do. These are people who are responsible for making sure the system is better.
But overall now, would you say that the federal government needs to adopt a new security strategy to address the deteriorating situation?
Well, one thing is for certain, insecurity has been with us forever. The problem that we have presently is that there's an oppositional politics that reduces every problem into sectional solutions. And I'll be very direct about this. You have bishops saying that the federal government is being kind to terrorists, forgetting the fact that every time you bomb a terrorist, there are members of their family, there are people who become terrorists as a result of what you do. The people you're killing, for example, in Boko Haram, are Nigerians. So consequently, you're creating deeper problems when you don't look at it holistically. You cannot criticize government for trying to find creative solutions, at the same time make political capital out of that and make it impossible for them to solve the problem. But of course, government has to look intelligently and clearly at looking at this entire problem, not just in terms of security, but in terms of the entire criminal justice architecture, which is colonial. We need to start a new kind of system of solving the problems. Using soldiers to solve policing problems doesn't necessarily solve the problems. It exacerbates the problems. Soldiers kill, they don't detain. So you need something that starts to deal with the fact that people are committing crimes. You need to deal with the fact that there are social effects of those crimes. You need to deal with the social implication of people willing to take up arms. You need to deal with the issue that arms are coming into the country at an extraordinary rate. There's so many things that has to be sorted out. And it needs a holistic view.
Mr. Ajadi, we could go on and on, but we'll just have to leave it here because of time. Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts with us on News Now.